Welcome to my channel Super Rare Coins. Today is best top 3 coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. The 1950 F5 Pfennig coin belongs to the earliest and most historically significant issues of the Federal Republic of Germany Bundesrepublik Deutschland. It was among the first wave of coins struck after the introduction of the Deutsche Mark currency system in 1948, which marked the beginning of Germany's economic recovery following the destruction of the Second World War. The 1950 date represents the very first year that the 5 Pfennig denomination entered full-scale circulation for the new Federal Republic, and the mint mark F, denoting the Stuttgart Mint, links the piece to one of Germany's most important post-war production centers. In both symbolic and economic terms, this small bronze coin was a token of rebirth renewal and the determination of a nation rebuilding itself from ruin into prosperity. On the obverse, the coin displays the celebrated image of a young oak seedling sprouting from the ground. This design, created by the talented artist Rolf Lederbogen, was chosen deliberately to embody the rebirth of Germany. The oak has been Germany's national tree for centuries, a powerful emblem of endurance, integrity, and strength. Depicting it not as a full-grown tree but as a sapling carried deep meaning from the scorched soil of post-war devastation. New life and hope were emerging. Around this central image runs the inscription Bundesrepublik Deutschland, meaning Federal Republic of Germany, written in evenly spaced, elegant capital letters that reflect the new republic's ideals of order, unity, and democratic stability. Beneath the plant, the mint mark F appears small but significant, indicating that the coin was struck at the Stuttgart State Mint Staatliche Münze Baden-Württemberg. The clarity, restraint, and symbolic depth of this side made it one of the defining designs of modern European coinage. The reverse carries a bold, clear numeral 5 at its center, denoting the coin's value of 5 Pfennigs, equal to 1/20th of a Deutsche Mark. Encircling this figure are the words Pfennig along the lower rim and 2 ears of rye curving upward on either side, a motif chosen to symbolize fertility, agricultural renewal, and the hard-working character of the German people. These ears of grain reflected the essential importance of agriculture in rebuilding a shattered nation during the late 1940s and early 1950s. When food shortages and rationing were still fresh in memory, the design is framed by a fine raised rim to protect the details from wear during circulation. The overall impression is one of clarity, balance, and dignity, a practical coin that nonetheless conveys moral and cultural meaning and composition. The 1950 F5 Pfennig was struck from bronze, an alloy of approximately 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. This traditional metal choice gave the coin its warm golden brown tone and a pleasant ringing sound when dropped. Later issues after 1968 switched to copper-plated steel, but the early bronze pieces like the 1950 series remain prized for their craftsmanship and rich color. The coin weighs 2.00 grams, measures 18.5 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge plane, without reading or lettering, so that even by touch it could be distinguished from other denominations. Its small size made it convenient for daily use in the recovering West German economy, where every Pfennig mattered. The metal's durability allowed the coin to remain in circulation for decades, often showing little more than a soft patina from years of honest use. The F mint mark is one of 5 letters used to indicate WH Dreyer. German coins were produce said. After the war, the Federal Republic maintained several active mints, each contributing to national coinage while ensuring regional participation in the monetary system. The letters stood for a Berlin, D Munich, F Stuttgart, G Karlsruhe, J Hamburg. The Stuttgart Mint, where the 1950 F coin was made, has a long tradition of excellence dating back to the 14th century and was renowned for its technical precision and artistic quality. The 1950 F issue formed part of the initial large-scale mintage that established sufficient supply for the new Deutsche Mark system following the 1948 monetary reform that abolished the old, hyperinflated Reichsmark. Because the young republic needed stable, trustworthy money to rebuild its economy, the early 5 Pfennig coins were struck in the millions with meticulous quality control. From a historical standpoint, this coin captures the moment when West Germany, still under Allied occupation, was finding its footing as a sovereign democratic state. The early 1950s marked the dawn of the Wirtschaftswunder, the economic miracle that transformed Germany into Europe's industrial powerhouse. The Deutsche Mark became a symbol of reliability and prosperity, and even the smallest denominations like the 5 Pfennig played a crucial psychological role. People could once again save, count, and plan. They could trust their money. The 1950 F coin circulated in bakeries, factories, trams, and markets, passing through millions of hands as daily life stabilized. It is, in that sense, a tiny but tangible witness to the rebirth of a nation. In artistic and philosophical terms, the 5 Pfennig coin's design exemplified the post-war German ideal of Sachlichkeit, objective clarity, and functional beauty. There was no monarch's portrait, No aggressive motto, no extravagant flourish, instead the imagery of growth and labor expressed a quiet pride. Rooted in peace and productivity. The oak seedling stood for the individual citizen growing under democratic sunlight. The ears of rye honored the worker and the farmer who sustained the republic. Every detail carried moral resonance. The simplicity of the lettering, the even spacing, and the proportional balance were intended to convey trustworthiness, reflecting the same disciplined aesthetic that guided West German architecture, typography, and industrial design of the 1950s. The minting process of the 1950 F5 Pfennig coin involved careful metallurgical control. Blanks or planchets were punched from bronze sheets, annealed, softened at precise temperatures, cleaned, and then fed into hydraulic presses capable of striking tens of thousands of coins per hour. Each coin received its obverse and reverse impressions under a pressure exceeding 100 tons, ensuring sharp details in the oak leaves and lettering. After striking, coins were tumbled to remove residues, inspected for defects, and packaged for distribution to banks throughout the newly organized Federal Republic. Despite limited resources, German mints quickly re-established their pre-war reputation for precision engineering, and the 1950 F pieces demonstrate that standard of excellence. Because the 1950 F issue was among the first full-circulation 5 Pfennigs, it exists in several minor varieties and is of special interest to numismatists. Some pieces show slight differences in the spacing of letters or the shape of the oak leaves, the result of early die adjustments. Collectors often. Next, the 5 Pfennig coin of 1986, carrying the J mint mark, stands as an enduring emblem of Germany's economic stability, cultural identity, and post-war resilience during the latter years of the Deutsche Mark era. Minted at the Hamburg Mint, this small copper-hued coin represented one of the lowest denominations in the Deutsche Mark currency system, which had served as the financial backbone of West Germany since its introduction in 1948. The year 1986 fell within a period of technological and economic modernization in West Germany, a nation fully rebuilt from the devastation of World War II and firmly established as a leading industrial power in Europe. The humble 5 Pfennig, though small in denomination, symbolized the precision, order, and stability for which the German economy had become renowned. The obverse front side of the 1986 J5 Pfennig coin features the iconic oak seedling design, a motif steeped in German cultural symbolism and national identity. This image of a young oak sprout rising from the ground represents growth, strength, and renewal, mirroring Germany's rebirth after the Second World War and the nation's steady rise toward prosperity. The oak tree has been an enduring symbol in German history, appearing in folklore, literature, and heraldry as a sign of durability and pride. Surrounding the oak seedling are the capitalized words Bundesrepublik Deutschland, Federal Republic of Germany, encircling the design in a clean, harmonious arrangement. Below the seedling appears the small but distinct mint mark J, identifying the coin's origin as the Hamburg Mint, one of the 5 major German state mints. The artist Rolf Lederbogen, whose initials appear subtly integrated into the design, is credited with the coin's composition, which achieved a balance between simplicity and meaning, a hallmark of modern German coinage art. On the reverse back side, the coin displays a large numeral 5 at its center, denoting the coin's denomination 5 Pfennigs. The denomination is spelled out in full as Pfennig in capital letters along the bottom rim of the coin, while on either side of the numeral appears a stylized ear of rye, a motif representing agricultural fertility and sustenance. Key components of Germany's economic foundation. Small dot separates the denomination from the legend above, maintaining visual symmetry. This reverse design, first introduced in 1949 and used continuously until 2001, reflects West Germany's preference for visual consistency and familiarity, values that reinforced public trust in the Deutsche Mark as a stable and reliable currency. In technical terms, the 1986 J5 Pfennig coin was struck from copper-plated steel, giving it a distinct reddish-golden hue that resembles bronze. Earlier versions of the 5 Pfennig from 1949-1968 were made of pure bronze, 95% copper, 4% tin, 1% zinc, but rising metal costs led to a change in composition beginning in 1968. The later steel-based coins retained the same color and appearance, while being more cost-efficient to produce. The coin weighs 2.00 grams, has a diameter of 18.5 millimeters, and a thickness of approximately 1.5 millimeters. Its edge is smooth and unlettered, a distinctive feature that differentiated it from larger denominations, such as the 10 and 50 Pfennig coins, which had reeded edges. The coin's magnetic properties, resulting from its steel core, made it easily detectable and sortable in vending machines, parking meters, and automated coin systems, reflecting Germany's technological precision in minting processes. The J mint mark is of particular interest to collectors. It denotes the Hamburg Mint, Staatlich Munz Hamburg, one of Germany's oldest and most historically significant mints, with origins dating back to the 9th century. The mint mark system in post-war Germany used letters to identify each federal mint, A Berlin D. Munich F. Stuttgart G. Karlsruhe J. Hamburg. The 1986 J5 Pfennig was part of a nationwide mintage produced by all 5 mints to meet circulation demands across West Germany. The total mintage for the 1986 series was in the hundreds of millions, with Hamburg contributing a substantial portion. The J. Mintmark coins circulated widely across northern and western regions of the country and were known for their slightly warmer tone due to minor variations in copper plating between mints. Though not rare in circulation at the time, uncirculated. Examples from Hamburg are now of growing collector interest due to their quality of strike and symbolic connection to the historic mint. From a historical and economic perspective, the year 1986 was a period of strong prosperity for West Germany, which had by then become the economic powerhouse of Europe. The Deutsche Mark, underpinned by the meticulous fiscal discipline of the Bundesbank, was widely respected as one of the world's most stable currencies. The 5 Pfennig coin, while representing only 1/20 of a Deutsche Mark, was part of the daily rhythm of life in West Germany, used in vending machines, trams, post offices, and small purchases. Tea was also deeply embedded in cultural memory. Children would collect or save 5 Pfennig coins in piggy banks, and adults often carried them for everyday use, reinforcing the coin's connection to ordinary life and thrift. The design symbolism of the 5 Pfennig coin extended far beyond its face value. The oak seedling was chosen deliberately by the post-war German government to convey messages of peace, endurance, and renewal rather than militarism or power, a subtle reflection of West Germany's democratic rebirth. The oak has long been considered the national tree of Germany, signifying strength and integrity in both natural and moral senses. Thus, the image of a young oak plant sprouting from the soil mirrored the Federal Republic's own journey from the ashes of war, growing steadily into a vibrant democracy rooted in constitutional values. The minimalist design reinforced the German principle of Sachlichkeit, functional clarity without excessive decoration, a concept reflected in architecture, design, and industry during the post-war period. The minting process of the 1986 J5 Pfennig coin employed high-precision technology at the Hamburg Mint, using high-speed presses that struck blank planchets under intense pressure to produce uniform, durable coins. Each blank, a flat copper-plated steel disc, was first cut from metal sheets, cleaned, annealed, and then coated in a thin layer of copper to achieve the desired color and corrosion resistance. During striking, the obverse and reverse dies imparted the detailed oak and numeral designs. Post-production coins underwent strict quality control inspections for plating uniformity, strike sharpness, and edge smoothness before being distributed into the banking system. The circulation life of these coins often spanned more than a decade, enduring constant handling without significant loss of detail due to their hard steel composition. Over time, the copper surface would develop a darker patina or slight spotting, particularly around the edges and numerals, giving older examples a distinctive aged appearance that collectors appreciate for its authenticity. By the late 1990s, however, with the euro transition approaching, many 5 Pfennig coins were withdrawn from circulation and melted down, making surviving uncirculated 1986 J pieces increasingly uncommon today. In numismatic value terms, the 1986 J5 Pfennig is classified as a common circulation issue, but it remains an attractive collectible for enthusiasts of modern German coinage. Next, the 5 Pfennig coin of 1993, bearing the F mint mark, is one of the final issues of the long-running Deutsche Mark DM era, representing the last phase of Germany's pre-euro coinage before the introduction of the euro currency in 2002, minted by the Stuttgart Mint, identified by the letter F. This coin was part of the Federal Republic of Germany's standard coin series that had been in use since 1949. The 5 Pfennig denomination served as one of the smallest everyday units of the German monetary system, reflecting a time when coins still played a major role in daily transactions across Europe. The 1993 issue came during a historic period of transformation for Germany, just a few years after the reunification of East and West Germany 1990, marking it as both a symbol of national unity and the stability of the German economy during a time of major change. The obverse front of the 1993 5 Pfennig coin features a stylized oak seedling growing from the ground, a simple yet powerful symbol of rebirth, renewal, and strength. The oak tree has been a national emblem of Germany for centuries, representing endurance, stability, and unity. The design was created by the German artist Rolf Lederbogen, who managed to convey deep national meaning through minimalistic beauty. The young oak plant, with its tender leaves reaching upward, was chosen to symbolize the rebirth of the Federal Republic after the devastation of World War II, a nation growing again from its roots. Surrounding the central image are the words Bundesrepublik Deutschland, meaning Federal Republic of Germany, encircling the seedling in bold, capital letters. The mint mark F, representing the Stuttgart Mint, appears below the oak stem. The design simplicity reflects post-war German aesthetics, clean, balanced, and meaningful, embodying a commitment to progress grounded in heritage. The reverse back of the coin presents the denomination in large numerals, 5, centered within the field, clearly denoting its value of 5 pfennigs. Encircling the numeral are the words Pfennig at the bottom and a small ear of rye on each side, representing agriculture growth and the economic foundations of the nation. Above the number appears a small separator maintaining visual symmetry. The font and layout are precise and legible, adhering to the German design philosophy of functionality and clarity. The reverse design, first introduced in 1949 with the Deutsche Mark currency, remained unchanged throughout the coin's entire circulation period, an intentional decision by the German government to maintain consistency and public trust in the nation's post-war currency system. In terms of technical specifications, the 1993 F5 Pfennig coin was struck from copper-plated steel, giving it a distinctive reddish-golden tone. Prior to 1968, 5 Pfennig coins were made of bronze, but in later years the composition was changed to steel core with a thin copper coating, making production more economical while maintaining the coin's traditional color. The coin weighs 2.00 grams, has a diameter of 18.5 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.5 millimeters. The edge of the coin is smooth, without reading or lettering, a characteristic feature that helped visually and tactily distinguish it from larger denominations. The steel core gives the coin magnetic properties, allowing it to be easily sorted by vending and counting machines, a technological innovation in German minting practices of the 1970s and 1980s. F mint mark on this coin identifies it as being struck at the Stuttgart Mint, officially known as Staatliche Münze Baden-Württemberg. Standort Stuttgart, Germany traditionally employed multiple mints across the country to distribute coin production efficiently, each assigned a letter code, A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, J for Hamburg. The 1993 5 Pfennig F coin was part of a large-scale minting operation intended to meet circulation needs throughout the newly unified Germany. By 1993, the 5 federal mints worked in coordination to maintain consistent design and metal standards. The total combined mintage for 1993 5 Pfennig coins across all mints exceeded hundreds of millions, with the Stuttgart Mint contributing a substantial share. The F mintmark version remains one of the more commonly encountered varieties from the 1990s, though well-preserved uncirculated examples are now becoming scarcer as the years pass. From a historical standpoint, the 1993 F5 Pfennig coin was issued during a critical moment in modern German history. Following the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the official reunification of Germany in 1990, the nation faced the immense challenge of economic integration between the prosperous western states and the rebuilding eastern regions. The Deutsche Mark served as a unifying symbol of economic confidence, and the coins in daily circulation, including the small 5 Pfennig, represented a tangible link between citizens across the former divide. Holding a coin like the 5 Pfennig was, for millions of Germans, a reminder of the nation's shared destiny and collective rebuilding effort. In economic and cultural terms, the 5 Pfennig was one of the most commonly used denominations in everyday life, equivalent to 1/20th of a Deutsche Mark. It was frequently used for small transactions such as paying for public telephones, newspapers, or small candies, and remained in circulation for over 5 decades with minimal design alteration. Though small in value, the coin held sentimental significance, particularly as part of childhood memories for many Germans who grew up before the Euro transition. The coin's endurance across generations reflected both economic stability and national identity, a coin of the people, modest but meaningful. From a numismatic perspective, the 1993 F5 Pfennig coin is classified as common in circulation, but it holds great historical and educational value for collectors of modern European and pre-Euro coinage. Circulated examples typically show moderate wear, especially around the edges of the oak seedling and lettering. In contrast, uncirculated UNC and proof-like examples retain bright reddish luster and sharp detail. These can be found in official mint sets or private collections. In uncirculated condition, the 1993 F5 Pfennig has a collector value ranging from 20 cents to €1.00, while proof quality specimens may reach €2, €3 depending on grade and packaging. However, its true worth lies less in monetary value and more in its representation of a pivotal era in Germany's economic evolution. The artistic symbolism of the 5 Pfennig coin deserves special attention. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more updates.